Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Today's video is going to be a review and a comparison between the Jibun Techo Days 2020 and my copy of the 2019 Jibun Techo Biz in A5 size. So let's get started first with the covers. I hope there's enough light in here because it's early in the morning and this is the time I have to film this. Of course, I could not find my cover for my 2019, but I do have my 2020. This is the Biz, and this also is the Biz cover. And since it's the mini, which means it's literally exactly the same, it's just smaller, I figured it would be okay. And I know as soon as I make this video, I'm gonna find that cover in the most random of places, probably under something. Anyway, so let's get started with the cover. So this is the Days over here, and it comes in a clear cover. They both have that top pocket. This one happens to be more of a solid opaque cover. I like that this one's clear and I can take out this paper in here and just change it up with whatever paper I want. I also like that I could collage this and I'd be able to see my pictures and things through the clear cover. Unfortunately, when you get these ones, which are a very nice solid, because I mean, look at how dirty this is. I was pretty rough with this one. This one was small enough to fit in my purse, so it got pretty roughed up. This one, unfortunately, when you pick a color, that's the color you get all year round. And I made the mistake of getting the reddish maroon one for 2019 and I was over it pretty quickly. I think they were also out of the black, so I didn't really have much of a choice. Whereas this one, it doesn't really matter which cardstock you end up buying, like if they run out of the gray, because you can just take it out, size it to whatever design paper you want and switch it out. And if you like the cover of this, you can just take it out and see this beautiful like light blue through the clear cover. So I feel like that is a very important thing to know. So again, we have the same pocket on the front. We have 2020, is it embossed or debossed? I always forget. Right here, and then of course on the side as well, which I like. That's a nice touch. I also like this one is not. So you can use it every year that it, holds up for. It's not on the side or anywhere else. Whereas this one's really only good for 2020. But if you liked this cover and you got a B6 Slim again, and you got it in the really awful red or whatever color you didn't want, because I'm a, black is classic, you can slip it back in here and you can just, put a sticker over here and you probably won't even notice the side. But loving that you can use this every year. This one's really only good for one, depending. On the back, this one, again, I'm sorry about how dirty it is. It was used and loved. Does not have a pocket, but this one does have a long pocket. And this is the same cover, I believe, that comes with the 3-in-1, which there is a writing board that slides in here, and then it has an elastic closure attached to it to keep the book or the cover closed. So, I don't have that because they don't sell that separately. I mentioned that, excuse me, in my last video. I'm looking for it. Aha! Here we go. So here's the writing board that you can buy separately, and Jet Pens does have this. That's where I got mine. I like to use this as a floating dashboard. So I put my sticky notes on here with all my to-dos and what have you, so that no matter what page I turn on, I can still see them. But this actually fits back here because I tried it earlier and I was like so excited. So if you didn't want to use this for the day and you just wanted to move it out of your way, it does fit here in this back pocket, which I love, and it looks really cute because you can still see the Today tab sticking out, so that's cool. If you don't want to buy this and you are a Traveler's Notebook fan, and like me, you probably collect the writing boards even though you don't need more than one, these also fit back here. So you can take that with you as well, pull it out whenever you need a ruler or you want to stick some tabbies to it. Of course, it's not going to be the same width, but still works the same, and that makes me happy. On the inside, which I was really excited about when I saw the inside of this, the pockets here, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, just like business cards. These are vertical, whereas these ones are horizontal. I like the vertical layout better because these cards keep hitting into my planner and driving me insane. Of course, I didn't bring a card to show you, but you all know, I think, what I mean. And so I prefer to have this layout to this one. I have a little sticker in there, Mystery Book Club. And then on this side's actually the same. So you have like this little pocket here where you can put another card, and then the pen loop is the same, and then the long pocket so that you can stick your planner cover in. Of course, this one has a long pocket on this side as well. Just the layout is slightly different. And that is the differences between the covers. Now we can go to the actual outside cover of these notebooks. So the covers are different, and it's going to depend on which planner you choose. So this is the Biz version. It always comes naked in black. And I'm assuming that every year the Days version is going to come in this light blue and in this peachy color, because you get 6 months in one book and 6 months in the other, whereas the Biz is for the full year. So it's only one book. I've never owned the 3-in-1, but that always comes in white. Before we dive inside, I should let you know the Days comes in the thin paper, and the Biz version comes in my beloved Mio paper, which is just heaven. And I really wish that they would make the idea notebooks in the Mio paper, because then I might try them more, but they're made in the thin paper, which we'll get to when we get to accessories. So let's open these up. Thin paper in the Days. So we get a piece of cardstock here, and then a page for you to write your name. And then it goes directly into the Year at a Glance. I think they call this the yearly. Is that correct? And then we start with My Dream, My Event, 100 wish list, and then you get 1, 2, 3 of these free lists, which I like, in layouts or 6 pages. And then we start directly in January 1st, 2020, which is very, very important for me to know, because I want to know when I can jump into a planner immediately. So the Biz version has the Mio paper in it, and everything's marked up. So hopefully I can show you everything. So we got that same kind of like flyleaf page here. And then you have that beginning cover page here. And then this spread is just going through and telling you everything that's in here. It's all in Japanese, but I will try to remember to put up a picture of the translation. So it just shows you all of the different lists that are involved. And I got more stuff I can't show you. I should have really went through this, sorry. And then right here, you get this really cool spread that shows you how you can kind of use this. You don't have that, obviously, we just saw in the Days. And then you get your Year at a Glance, and technically you get 3. So it gives you the actual year of the planner, the year before, and then the coming year. So that is really helpful to people who are business esque. You can see that I really utilize this spread. So that's the same. And then we get this age chart, My Dreams, which apparently I didn't have any, money plan, which I didn't have one. So those are all new. The thing I really loved about this is that it comes with a spread of the actual layout of your planner, so that you can go ahead and kind of mark this up, or you can mark up your ideal week. I really wish they would have done that in the Days, because I would have utilized that. I didn't hear, well, actually I did. I actually printed this out, which is probably what I'll do with the Days. So it's not that serious. I just, scan it in and print it out and then try it. Then you get this really cool Japanese map where I put all of my sticky notes. This was like a dashboard for me. You don't get that in the other one. Okay, favorite phrases. Clearly I didn't have any. Didn't I stumble over this yesterday because it said recommended and I thought it was recommendations? I think that's true. Maybe they changed that. This is 2019. Book list. Movie list. I didn't utilize any of this stuff. gifts received, gifts given, promise list, and then you get a blank spread right here. And then we automatically, I don't know what I can show of this, so we'll just kind of cover it. Then we automatically go into the tracker, and you get 1 month on the top and 1 month on the bottom, so 2 to a spread. So the major difference that I can tell, other than you don't get a bunch of these pages that I honestly didn't need because I didn't utilize them at all, is the fact that you get trackers in the beginning, whereas in here, your tracker is part of your month. So you're going to get smaller boxes than you do in the Biz version. So let's look at the left-hand side. All of this looks the same. Of course, you get less of these boxes because now you're making space for the tracker. You'll find that holidays are still in red. And on this side, you will see that Sundays are still also in red and Saturdays are in blue. I really like the Biz version better. I'm mixing these up. This is the day, this is the Biz. I have the Biz on the side. So I really like how much darker the colors are in here. These are a little bright for Sylvia, just a little bright. Of course, we still have our calendars, but they're teeny tiny here. So if you have a problem seeing, that might be a little bit rough, but they still give you 3. So you get, here we are in September, you get the month that you're actually in, the month before, and then the month coming up. And that is the same over here. We are, in January here. Then you get December, which is the month before, and then February, the month after. All of the stuff on the top looks to be the same. You always get these little smiley emojis, these mood trackers here. I don't ever really use them like that, but you can. If you don't want to track them as a mood, you could decide that smiley face means, I don't know, exercise, and then blah, meh, face means something else, and then sad face can mean something else. It doesn't have to actually mean the mood. Let's look at the lines. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're actually only losing 2 lines per box. That's not that serious. And I think the width is probably exactly the same. Okay, it just makes them look a little more squished. They're more rectangular than they are square. So that is that. You also have these little tick boxes down at the bottom. Of course, you get rid of that because you have the tracker. So less tick boxes in general all the way around. Okay, let me switch these back around. Okay, so here we have the days on this side, Biz on this one. So that is the monthly. Let's look at the tabs over here. So they always tab them in this very nice dark gray. All of that looks similar. So we will go to the fact that this is the first 6 months of the year, and it should end in June, which is my happy birthday month. Yay, happy birthday month. And then after that, they give you the rest of the full year, but only in half calendars. So you don't get any trackers, obviously. So you get 2 to a spread, goes the entire year. Whereas in here, this, I forgot to tell you, I apologize, starts in December. So you get 1 month before the new year, and it goes until, I believe, March. So you get 3 months after the year is over for forward planning. This one will give you 6 months to forward plan before you move into the other 6 months. So let's see about this quickly. I think everything in the beginning here is the same. Just at the end of this notebook, there's like one difference, or planner rather, I should say. So this starts exactly in July, so you can't get 1 month before. And you get the whole 6 months in a large calendar that this book goes through, and then they give you 2 months after the year. So you get until February in this guy. So moving on from the monthly, let's go to the actual layout, which is going to be different because obviously, let me see if I can find a blank one. Pretty sure I fell off on here at some point. Okay, so in here, we've got the daily layout and then we have the weekly layout. So first of all, each month starts with what you would call either a cover page or like a monthly overview. I will put the translation again up for this. I did in my last video. I still wish that it was just grid and I could divide it however I want, but you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll love it. I don't know. And then you go into the dailies. So the most important thing, that's new. So obviously it's not going to be in the biz. You just get all weeklies. It doesn't divide up one month from the other in here. I do want to mention though, when a week falls in between these a month, you get something that looks like this. This week starts on September 30th and then it goes until October 6th. So this week has 2 months. It shows you off to the side here. You're not going to get that in the dailies because, like I mentioned, let's see if I can find the end of the month. Okay, here's the end of the month, January 31st. Then you get that overview page for the monthly, and so you're never going to have it and where a spread has, you know, is in 2 months, if that makes sense. Okay, so here is the daily. Some of the things that I am interested in is like, okay, here are these little, like, I don't know what you call them, little emojis of the weather. And of course you get the phases of the moon. Those are still there, right up here. When it comes to, okay, the sunrise and sunset, that's indicated by dark gray and then just the white. That also happens here. So you can see the dark gray. Here's where the sun rises, here's where it sets. Everything in between these is just the sun. So that is still something that you get with the daily. Tick boxes over here off to the side, you get those as well. The little emoji faces down here are still there. So you got those there. These ones, which are sunrise, regular, like you can do morning, noon, and then night with the little star. Those I do not see on the dailies at all. It's not that serious. I would just write different things like my steps and calories there anyway. Okay, let's see. You do get a calendar on here that shows you what week of the year you're on, which this is week 20. So you get that down here as well. In gray, it shows you what week we're on and that we are on week 1. It also has these, okay, see how 2 and 3 have circles around them? I was like, what is that? That just indicates that this spread has day 2 and day 3 on it. That is not something they did here. I think it's kind of nice once I figured out what the hell they were doing. So that is cool. The other thing I noticed is sometimes on here when, like I mentioned, you get a week that falls in between 2 months, it'll give you both of those months so that you can see both calendars. That's not going to be something that you have here. You're just going to have the one calendar at the bottom for what month you're actually on. You actually get 2 chances to see what week you're in. So down here, which is nice, and then of course up here at the top, it's going to show you. And I did mention in my other video, that is not what week we're in. We're in week 1. That is actually what day of the year we're on, which this is January 3rd, so it's day 3 of the year. Square grid looks exactly the same size, which makes me happy because it's already small. I mentioned that I think it's either 4mm or 3.7. Okay, and I think that that is everything. You get this little box up here with the actual day and all of the little weather icons. I called them emojis, icons, I don't know. And then the phases of the moon, which I already mentioned, but this box is just bam. It's so much bigger. I love it, obviously, because you only have one day on a page instead of trying to put 7 on a spread, but I really like this. So you still get the 1-2 days here if you like to put like your top 2 things you need to get done, or like me on Tuesdays I usually put that this is trash day and that Wednesday is early release for my niece and nephew from school. So anything major that you need to remember for that day, you can still put there, which is very nice. I actually like all of this extra space up here too. So you can highlight something or write whatever you want up there. I'm gonna have so much fun planning in here. So I really like how we have the little tick boxes over to the side here, so you can write your list, your to-dos on one side, and then this can be all about your schedule. Let's get to the end of the book to see what happens there. So the days actually ends exactly on June 30th because we get 6 months in this book. And they get 1, 2, 3 pages of grid, and then just sort of this end page that I'm using as like pen testing. And then you get this page again, and it's over. That is different actually than in the end of the year. So back here, it ends exactly on December 31st, so you get no extra days of the new year. You get 1, 2 blank grid pages, and then you get an actual spread of looking back at 2022, which is really nice. And of course, you're not going to get it in here because they want you to look back at the entire year, but I would like to have it after 6 months just to help me out. And then you get that end page, which is going to be another pen testing page for me. And then this page, and you're done. So that's the difference between those two. So let's see the difference at the end of here. If you're wondering, by the way, these tabs are from Planner Press, and I love them. This year I'm going with Jibun Techo. Okay, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And obviously I utilize these. I think I moved into something else before I got to the end. So 8 pages here of grid, and then you get that same looking back spread at the end because you get 1 whole year in here. And then it's just a personal data. So this is probably just like your information here. Test page, like in the other one. Same piece of cardstock, and then the end. So let me make sure I forgot to tell you when this ends. So this actually gave you a whole week of January. Technically you get part of January in this week and part of December. So see there and there. But then they gave you a whole week to plan for the new year in here. This one in the days does not, the Biz does. Because it's amazing and I miss it already. Well, the paper anyway. Okay, so we went over the cover, so I'm going to nix that part again. You can buy, actually I should say, the clear cover, I think, by itself. I think that's the only one you can buy by itself. But if you buy the, what's it called? The original standard or the Biz, you can just buy the actual diary if you already have a cover. So you don't have to have that if you don't want to. This is the writing board that you can purchase. And I love this thing. You have to buy it by size. So this is an A5 size. And these are the little writing tabs because I could not find them anywhere. These mark off hours. So if I pull this off, it says rehearsal. I don't know if these ones are A5. They look like they might be A5. Let's see. They fit perfectly in here for an hour and they fit the column exactly. So the only 2 things that are actually universal of the Jibun Techo are the stencils. This is not a Jibun Techo stencil. This one is. There's actually 2. I don't know where my other one is. But on the other one, I'll put a picture in, which is orange. They're hideous colors. It actually says on it A5 size and then B6 slim for the columns so that you use the right ones. Then you have these little sticky notes, which are cool, and they are perforated, so you can mark them off as many as you need. So like if you wanted to take up 3 hours here, you can do that. So if you write something and you make a mistake, you can cover it with this. I think these ones are smaller, so these must be for the B6 slim. or if there's already something scheduled here or here, these are really great to put on top, just like a sticky note, so that you can still look under and move them. Same with this. I already talked about the Jibun Techo tabs the other day. So because I'm using the new days, some of these tabs are irrelevant because they don't actually have the pages. But this is the Biz version, so all of these pages and flags in here will go perfectly fine with the Biz. They also have the original, I don't know, it's called original or standard, something like that are more colorful. I like the more monochrome Biz, and that's why I chose them. If you want to know how they look, I don't have them on here, but I do have them on my B6 Slim. Look how cute and tiny they are. So again, these are universal, so they'll go on either size. You don't have to worry about that. Everything else is based on size. I love them, they're so cute. So if you're wondering, this is also the Biz. I didn't want to put these tabs in front of these ones, so I put them off to the top and the bottom and just kept the months on the side. But they're really cute and they don't stick out very much, so don't have to worry about that if you put them in a traveler's notebook. The other accessory, of course, is the zippy pouch. This one's flat, so it's a little different than the traveler's notebook because this just slides into the actual cover. And you get 1, 2, 3 pockets and then the zipper part here. We have the Life Notebook, which I've never used. It just kind of sits on my shelf. I had to dig it out. And this is, of course, the Mio paper. Oh, it just feels beautiful. It gives you some more of those different lists, and then it gives you a whole year for anniversaries. So you could write anniversaries of deaths, birthdays, anniversaries of friendships, first kiss, whatevs. And then we get the Japan map and then the world map, and then it starts to go into ages. So your age here, my life story, my news here for this age, and it goes all the way up, and you get 1 row per year. 99. Is that kind of annoying or what? Why can't it go to exactly 100? That kind of irks me in a way. I just don't feel good about it. Here's your family tree. I highly recommend if you mess things up, because I have such a big family, or you wanted to do one side and then the other, to go ahead and make a copy of this before you write on it, and then you could just like tuck it in the back of this. Oh, there's another page. Okay, emergency contacts, passwords, and hints. This is kind of a cool idea. This isn't really, in my opinion, something you carry around with you. It's something you fill out and then you refer to over the years. It's a life notebook because it's forever's. Something for you to refer to as a reference notebook for as long as you want to. And is that all of the accessories? I'm trying to think. Oh, I was going to show you how this fits in here quickly as a folio. So here is 2022. Okay, and then we already have these guys in the front, so I'm going to put this one in the back. And I push it all the way to the edge so that the zippy pouch sticks out and I don't have to worry about writing on that hump. Put this right here in the front if you want to, and this can mark your day, or wherever in your calendar it can mark your month as well. And that sticks out just like that. Then we can take our life notebook, which, I mean, I don't know why you'd want to carry this around. Maybe you're filling it out for a couple of weeks, so that's why. And then the idea notebook. And this is how it just works like a folio. So there's how it looks with the one, if it'll stop focusing on my hand. Like that. And then we will do one again in the back. So I don't have another idea notebook that is, yeah, I don't think I have one at all. So we'll just pretend this is another idea notebook, and that's perfectly fine. So you could have one for, like, since this is the days, if you wanted to plan out your weeks on heavy weeks, you could have this for your weeklies. And this one could be for just notes, just pretend it's an idea notebook. Because I don't have another one. Stop focusing on my hand. And that's how it looks, just like a folio. Pretty snazzy. It does get kind of heavy. It is A5 size, but not that serious. I like it. Of course, I will have to put my tabs on later off camera, but I should put them in here because I might lose them. Like, I've lost the cover to my 2019. In my defense, it's almost 2022, so it's somewhere. I have no idea. Anyway, and then these guys you can put wherever, like in the zippy pouch in the back here. I usually put just like flat stuff in here. So if you like to kind of collage your pages, or you have washi tape like on a flat piece of card, laminated cardstock, you could put it back there. But for now, that's where that will go. And that'll add a little bulk. I tend to not carry all of these in here. I just take a couple of strips off, and I usually put them on here and carry them like that. But you can do you, all right? And that is my whole video. I'm sorry if it was long, but I wanted to be thorough, and I think people are interested. I was interested. So, all right, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.